Man, I'm sorry.
Ah, shit.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, what's
There we go. Sorry about that.
that? Oh, severe weather analysis part 2. Dude, I don't care. Okay, but I mean, let's face the facts here. D&D fans are having a blast. Has my meeting started? No, it hasn't. My meeting's supposed to have started.
There we go.
Nate, never ask what's happening outside. That's how you get germs, and we all know where that leads. No. What you need is a green screen. What? Alter? He was pretty. Yeah. He was one of the few people from Weather Authority I actually kind of liked. Now, wasn't Compound Weather? All right. Finish your story. Oh, hang on.
Wait, on which server?
I am afraid this is where we part ways. My conference is starting, so I must leave. Nate,
All right.
I'll see you at 4. Brendan, I'll see you when I see you.
All right, man. That sounds good. Have a good one, right?
All right.
See you, Daniel.
Farewell, my friends. Wish me luck.
Au revoir. Yeah. I just don't understand why there has to be so much like toxicity. Like the dude, like we're all literally all here for the same reason, to enjoy and share the weather. So I don't understand why there should even be a problem, like why it's even competitive, you know? Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah, that like I don't understand why. It's like, dude, it's literally like almost half of the body of people that are constantly on Discord are literally all on the same servers. It's not like the attendance is any different, you know? I just don't understand why there has to be a problem between servers. Like, I just don't understand. Yeah. Oh my god. Was he really? Why? Oh. Oh. Right. That sounds about right. Not very. All right. Ooh. Oh. Call. Oh. Yeah, I might have to sign off in a moment. I've got a webinar to attend. So, Nate, you there? All good. All right. All right. All right, cool. That sounds good, man. All right. See you next. Bye bye. Peace. Bye bye.
fixed it. Boom. Got Nightbot, and Mike to work on face cam. Okay. Ow, that hurt all of your ears. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Alright, tells you how much the stream just decided to die. Everything good. Is everything fine? Did we fix it? Can I get some exclamation point woofs in the chat? If everything is fine. If everything is functional, then I need an exclamation point woof. Can hear now. Good. Jeez, my stream just decided to die, and I had to create a new audio output from the mic. There's something wrong going on here. Very good. Very good. Stuff is popping off now. Alright, well, assuming that absolutely no one heard what I said prior. Exclamation point woofs in the chat. Alright, that tells me that stuff is going quite well. Very nice. If no one heard what's happening, first we'll get into the weather, then we'll get into the weather drama. Yeah, weather drama. I feel like Keemstar. Convective outlook, if most of you haven't already noticed. Enhanced risk, 10% chance of tornadoes, possibility of it being worse with EF2 or greater, stuff like that. Timings, I'm trying to like breeze by this really quickly. Timing, we'll go into the thunderstorm outlook. The timing for all of this is from 4 to 8 Eastern, 3 to 7 Central. It'll be for parts of Central Tennessee, Northeastern Mississippi, and Northwestern Alabama. Now, that's typically where they all would be, but don't be surprised if there are some storms in the 40% risk over here, or the 40% risk in the blue bubble. I should probably make the pen tool a bit larger. Yeah, there you go. That pen tool is a whole lot nicer. It works wonders, chat. I gotta say. It's really nice. Models. Let's go in. If you guys know me well enough from my streams, you guys should know. In the name I trust! So, the NAM kind of gives us a bunch of different readings. But let's go ahead and take a look at the sounding for Huntsville. A little bit contaminated, actually, now that I think about it. So let's just go a little bit further than Huntsville. There you go. Not as contaminated. Take a look at that, chat. A little bit of a... Oh, this is in black. You guys can't see it in black. I'm so sorry. A little bit of a cap inversion, but if anything, that'll prolong thunderstorm development. We'll be joining the stream when the storms start. Sounds good, Sauce Boss. As I said, 4 Eastern, 3 Central. That's when it's gonna all technically start. Look at that. Look at the cape, chat. There's a little bit of a cap too right here, and a little bit of a cap too right there. But otherwise, it's mainly open. And then the helicity is really nice too. The helicity is really nice. It's almost up to the 300 ms squared range. And take a look at this too. The forecast cape right here. Almost to 2,000 joules per kilogram. Relatively nice. The hodographs are really nice too. Notice how the winds start out from the south and go into the westerly winds. So that rotation, counterclockwise rotation with, you know, the southern's like this, the western is like that, creates that nice little rotation out in front of that. Never use GIFs. Yeah. And then the elevated tops right here tells me that these tops will be relatively small, like probably around the 40,000, 45,000 feet range. Which, if you don't know what the tops are, it's basically the height of the supercells. So, excuse me, still trying to recover from this flu. So definitely a nice little risk there. Shear could be better, could be worse. If I'm looking at that, 22 knots from surface to 1 kilometer up in the sky. But then once it gets up to 3 kilometers, it's 38 knots. So it's actually not that bad. But shear is actually really not exponential up here. It's really windy, which is kind of the reason why the tops aren't that tall. Well, actually, the tops, that's not really the main reason per se. It's mainly because daytime heating hasn't really done its thing, specifically because there's a bunch of clouds around. So it's one of those things where latent heat won't be really that much of a factor today. Although the Cape, as I said, is still relatively nice. Andrew's weather predictions, welcome back. It is the flu. The flu is what I'm dealing with right now. This is day 15. No, day 16. Day 16 with dealing with the flu. I've already taken my antibiotics and steroids. Medicinal purposes. For just getting back up on my feet. So that's the real thing. But yeah, the NAM says that the risk will be pretty nice right in there. Let's take a look at Southern Tennessee. I'm actually curious. Not as much of a risk, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's there. The helicity is still relatively nice, and the hudographs are nice too. Forecast Cape is a little bit below 2,000 joules per kilogram, so that's probably the main reason why there's a 10% risk. I will say, though, chat, when we see a 10% risk, we automatically assume that there's going to be some sort of tornado outbreak. You know, and even with the hatch risk. Now, I can kind of understand a little bit with that, but you also have to remember, they're so secluded in specific areas. It's not like it's going to be a giant tornado outbreak like you typically see once every career day. So it's one of those things where it's not, you know, major. It's one of those things where it's just like, could be better, could be worse. I'm buff seems legit. Is that how that works now? I don't know, I might have the corona. I'm just slowly dying. I really am. But not the main point, not the main point. So the main thing is the risk don't expect this risk to be a tornado outbreak, okay? Because it's not. It's not supposed to be a giant tornado outbreak like the ones that you're going to remember. What is the weather drama? Oh god. All right. Well, let's get to it then, shall we? I gotta put on my great Keemstar impression. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. Weather drama. So apparently these two Discord servers, this new server called Compound Weather, which was just created yesterday, it's getting into a bit of drama with a pretty big server called Weather Authority. Weather Authority being owned by the somewhat well-known 5,400 some subscriber count YouTuber. And the owner of Compound Weather is actually a staff of that server. So apparently, just the beginners, David, by my knowledge, said that he was going to ban everyone from Compound Weather on his server. But then, after some good convincing by some people who I probably don't have time to really mention because it was really just basically the entire server. Said for him to not do it. And then he started complaining about how all the drama and how people talk bad behind his back, which it's one of those things where you can have all the drama and all of the hate. You know, it's gonna be there. There's gonna be some people, like, for instance, all right, there's probably gonna be, there was countless times in the beginning of my streaming career where I basically had to deal with all sorts of drama of how people came into my stream and started to say, oh, what's the point of a weather stream? There's no point. I can literally just look on my phone and get the weather forecast for myself. I'm like, but that's not the point of why I'm here. The point is that I'm trying to provide some sort of weather expertise to help with whoever watches, all right? And that's kind of the same thing with David. Now, for me, because I'm a small channel, I do have to start some sort of drama just to get my subscriber count up, which, you know, would be nice if it got up, but that's not the point here, all right? I didn't start this drama, so it's one of those things where I didn't do it this time, all right? I didn't do it, I promise. But he was just tired of the drama and how people just talk bad behind his back, which I can understand. It gets on my nerves too, but at the same time, it's one of those things where I can critique those little things if they're actually, you know, constructive criticism. If it's just hate to hate, then I just ignore it, really. But then he claimed that he got banned from Compound Weather. He legitimately got banned yesterday. And keep in mind, this server, whether I mentioned it before or not, Compound Weather was just created yesterday. So, Compound Weather, an up-and-coming server with, doesn't say how many members they have, but I'm just going to assume, let's see, there's 40, 17, 2, 5, 3, 1, 1, 1. Alright, so let's just say they have around 50, 60 members. We'll say 60 members, alright? So, new server, has about 60 members. I'm assuming David saw this as a threat and wanted to eliminate that threat at all costs. So, just decided to say, hey, we're going to start banning people. But as I said, thanks to the people who decided not to do that, they're just jealous that I'm better than them. Okay, but, well, here's the thing when I say about that, alright? I've got some better qualities than them. Some, alright? For instance, I feel like my severe weather knowledge is vastly superior than some other people's when it comes to the streaming community. Specifically because I love severe weather. Severe weather is basically my life. Alright? I've dealt with severe weather for most of my life. And the times that I haven't been dealing with it is just me playing hockey, which is the reason of the username. But severe weather's just mainly been it. However, tropics, they kind of got me toppled on that one, boss. I'm trying to just, like, follow their footsteps a little bit. But severe weather, I feel like that's my domain. My domain. Perfect. But that's not the point here. That's not the point here. So, really, it's one of those things where David got mad that he got banned from Compound Weather. So in turn, he was going to ban anyone who was from Compound Weather in his server, which technically is about right. You know, I mean, that's what most people would do just to get revenge. So, I mean, it probably could have been dealt with, like, a whole lot better, I will say. But that's not the main point here. Point being is that meltdowns occurred on both sides and could be a bit more unprofessional. Could have been a bit more professional. But that's just on my point. I've been in 4 hurricanes in your life. I've only been in one, and that was with Sandy. Sandy actually closed schools for like 3 days. I live over on the western side of Maryland, central side of PA, southern central, I should say, and the eastern panhandle, in that general area. And I say that general area because I used to live in the panhandle, and I still go to school there, kinda, because school's kind of closed. But I live in southern central PA, so commute. But still one of those things where I've only been in one. But here's the thing. Alright. As I said, it could have been dealt with a bit better. But now it seems to be kind of over. So I can just start calling out people again. Who shall I do it now, chat? I don't know. But to prove that I've been doing severe weather for most of my life, today, or not today, a couple days ago, I hope there's a lot of severe weather soon because Houston is on lockdown. Yes, I heard. Daniel's actually trying to get back into it, our mod. He's in San Angelo right now. So he had to try and get back to all of that. I've got a video for you all. I've got a bunch of videos, actually, but we're just going to watch this one. Trying to figure out where it is. Seems that I can't find it anywhere right now. That's fine. I'm gonna just pull it up on my email. So, 2 seconds as I pull it up on my Gmail. Alright, it's downloading. Daniel literally unable getting back to Houston if he doesn't get back in time. God, I'm not playing Xbox. Please. You have been in Harvey, Ike, Imelda, and Rita. Ooh. Spicy. Ike was pretty bad. Harvey was the worst. Just like, bleh. What's up, Aqua? Welcome back. We were just talking about all the drama, and I was acting like Keemstar for a bit. Alright, I got the clip downloaded, chat. Download. Here it is. This right here, if you didn't know, this is me. This is me right here, chat. And this right here proves that I've been doing severe weather for almost my entire life. There I am with my DSLR Canon. And there's the wall cloud, chat. Look at it. I'm literally storm chasing this storm. It's crazy. And then obviously, this right around here would be where the clockwise rotation would be. But there's the horseshoe right here. God, go back. I'm trying to like pause it. Alright, I'm kind of in bad position here, honestly, but I was still pretty young, so I kind of knew where I was when it comes to, like, storm chasing. Alright, so here is the horseshoe right here. So there's the horseshoe. This is the downdraft right here. This, right above me, is the updraft, and there is the wall cloud. And actually, not to stray away real quick. Not to fully stray away from it, but this is actually this is the anvil of that day. I took a picture of that. Now obviously it was on my old iPhone. You can see the reflection there. But there's the anvil. There's the updraft right there. And it actually looks relatively nice. And it's like this thing, the tops I believe went up to 48,000 feet that day. which was really rare for the weather we have in West Virginia. Like, you think of it this way, West Virginia is just nothing but mountains. So it was really rare, especially with the way of where it was coming. So, just really rare. Nice anvil. Great, decent updraft. It actually produced a tornado in Pennsylvania. And then it produced a tornado again. I saw it, but I didn't get it on film. Unfortunately, because we had to... We were a little bit too late, if I do say so myself, and my decision making was a bit slow when I was younger, as you would think. This was in 2016, I believe it was June 16th, so this would have been my 8th grade year. 8th grade year, sounds about right. I would have been right around 13, 12. So this was my first storm chase, and we also have to keep in mind that, as I said before, there isn't really anything to do in West Virginia when it comes to weather. So this was rare. This was really rare for me. But still, there I am in my really short shorts. Oh my god. Jeez. So much. There's so little to show there. Like, yeah. Disgusting. Yeah, there I am. I don't know why... let's put it this way. I don't know why I deleted this footage off of this camera. I still have it. But I deleted it for whatever reason. There's the rotation right there, chat. Take a look. Nice general lowering. The funnel cloud being right there. Like, that thing was nice. Let's go back just a little bit. Yeah, look at that rotation right there, chat. Definitely see the wall cloud right there. A bit of lowering right here. Possibly some sort of rotation, which I thought at the time was, and I still kind of think it is. You can see some general rotation within that. Tornado warning? Is there a tornado warning right now? No, there is not. No, this was my, this was my first ever storm chase, chat. Just a refresher. There I am. Mini me.
138, did you copy? It's gonna be revoked.
Look at that amazing face.
I wish we got here sooner, but if we want to be blessed by rain curtains, we need to stay here.
Hail in Hessville, just...
I should have said downdraft, but technically I called it. They just called it. Yeah, that's right. There was
gotta be hail in Spring Mills too.
They said there's rain starting in Spring Mills.
So what I should have done here, chat, right here I was like, okay, we got a core punch. I was going to turn into Reed Timmer, but I didn't. Thank God for that. Well, I kind of did and I kind of didn't. I turned into Reed Timmer later in the video. But what I should have done was I should have backtracked the way I came, because I took this giant loop around to try and get as best position as I could. Did this storm have a tornado warning? Yes, the storm had a tornado warning. It actually did produce a tornado a bit while back. Here, let's get a general areas. This is where I chased. I was right about over here. The rotation was right here at this dot. Actually, no, I was back right here. This rotation was right around here. And there was large hail right around here. So, as the storm moved in this general direction, before getting there, took a giant loop. I lived on the northern side all the way over here. So I took this general loop all the way around to try and get as far south as I could, just in case if this thing decided to turn off, I could backtrack my way this way, try to escape. But I felt like I was in a good position to where any way it went, I could just have an escape plan. But my plan for this is that as soon as this came down here, I was going to go this way. But in hindsight, if I wanted to stay on that storm, which dissipated as it got its way towards Kearneysville, what I should have done was I should have backtracked and then headed out this way. Now, the problem is, right now, is that there isn't any major roads besides this one right here. And this is probably one of the worst roads to be on in this area. It really is. So going back to the video, I'm just
I
like,
think we head east now.
we head east. Oh, so I did say we
east.
should head east.
It's right. That's where it is, right there.
Yeah, right here is where
It's
the
gonna
rotation.
go right over the interstate too.
It is
No,
going
wait,
right over
that's
the
where
interstate.
it is. Right there. Dude, that's the rotation.
This is over here, the
Maybe.
counterclockwise rotation. This is the real rotation.
Here.
When I was young, I didn't really know a lot about, storm chasing. I just knew that there was gonna typically be a wall cloud, and that was it.
No,
So,
I thought it was right here too.
but
That's the rotation.
for the most part, I knew that this area right here was rotation. I didn't see anything.
I can't tell, but that thing's rotating right there.
Yeah, so this right here is the clockwise rotation. That over there was the counterclockwise rotation, which was much more dangerous than this over here. This over here didn't produce. Over there did. If we got there a bit earlier, probably would have been able to see it on camera, but nope. So, right over there is the wall cloud. I don't know why I was filming the clockwise rotation, I should say, instead of the counterclockwise rotation. But right when
let's go east.
I should say right, it's kind of blurry right now, but right when the wall cloud goes over this road, I should have headed immediately east to try and get as much time as I could. But instead, I decided to wait for the downdraft, and now I'm right under the horseshoe, which is quite possibly one of the worst places to be when it comes to viewing a tornado. So, live, you learn. I knew I was in a good place to be, though, because this was definitely not going to hit me. And the clockwise rotation was definitely not going to produce.
East.
All right, you can shut your camera off. You can keep this one running.
Shut my camera off. That one. Thank God I kept this one on, though. Thank God I did.
That is dark though, and there's some green
All
right there.
East would be going back the way we came, but you wouldn't see very much because if we go into this way, you can go back up by Grandma's house.
No.
Or you turn
Just go east.
Just go
that way.
east.
back the way we came.
Yeah, back the
Well,
way
what
we
do
came.
once we get to
Made a
exit
good
12?
decision.
At Target net.
We keep going down 9.
Focus. Oh my God.
That's the worst
I'm
traffic
so.
of the day. The wiser move would be going down over here by to exit 8. Back
That's
way,
where
exit
all the
8,
green is.
across the interstate, and you'd be able to be there by the bowling alley.
Well, my
Yeah, that-
my feeling
in
is we're
hindsight.
that'd be too south too.
Doesn't matter to me.
I can't see anything right now, chat.
So big, you're gonna be stuck in traffic.
My feeling is the same as yours. I'm trying to say, what the hell? Yep, so this right here is the horseshoe. This is the southernmost side of the horseshoe. But you kind of see how this kind of like curls out, chat. Usually on the northern side of the horseshoe is where the rotation would be, in which the rotation actually is a bit further out of the screen. You can't really see it now because trees, but that's not the rotation. The rotation's a bit further east than that, but right now I'm just trying to locate it. For the most part, it's just kind of dead.
I told you.
Yep, country roads. This is country
We're going
roads.
north.
We're not going north right now. We're going south.
Why did I just say we're going
gonna
north?
Go into the way we came. And
I
we're
don't want
going.
to go on the interstate.
Huh?
I don't want to go on the interstate
Why not?
because it's stuck on the interstate. They got traffic on the interstate.
That's
You
right.
sit.
Well,
Why
why only
did-
take 11?
11 could be busy at this time of day. The best way to go is the way we came. You want to go north, right?
Yeah.
North
Yeah.
into the storm.
Yeah.
Worst possible move right there I can make right there is going back into the storm. If I wanted to chase this storm out, should have kept going across and into Martinsburg. But this is where I decide to re-timmer it, chat. So that's as far as I will go, because afterwards it's just really nothing but rain, and there's nothing much that you can see. And if you guys want to see, then, you know, obviously I'll do it, but it's just nothing really too much. Slime on YouTube Live? What? Yeah, Reed Timmer moment, fully. I fully turned Reed Timmer. But there's the wall cloud right there, just to show, just to reinforce that I did go storm chasing, and I did see some sort of rotation. Did see a tornado, at least I thought I did. Saw some sort of debris cloud, but it wasn't certified as a tornado. But I still believe to this day that it was. This was prior to me getting here. So, pretty interesting, chat. Pretty interesting. And then obviously, my second storm chase is on my YouTube channel. That didn't go so well. If you guys remember the Halloween severe weather event, to where there was like, what? Was it a 15% risk of tornadoes? Something like that. Or 10%, 15%. I've got no clue. What is this notification? I don't care. My channel. I do want to go down just to see videos. Yep, so there's my chasing down here. Was that the same day? I've got no clue. This is a test stream. What in the world? This is not my stream. Stuff happened, chat. I was quite confused. It turned into Fortnite. A dude with 1,700 people watching. Alright, well, it doesn't go over the risk. But it was quite the day. It was quite the day. So, pretty interesting, but now we got to deal with this. Still nothing when it comes to weather. It won't happen for probably another hour, honestly. It was a nice way to kill time, though, watching that and going over my first ever storm chase. Nate has been caught playing Fortnite. No, that's somebody else. Somebody else was playing Fortnite. I play Fortnite every now and then. That's only with my little brother to rack up his wins. Because way back when, not a lot of you know this about me, but on my Twitch channel, I actually was a professional. And then I stopped. Because video games kind of make us all rage. And I didn't like that much. I'm not a quitter. I just didn't feel like dealing with a bunch of broken stuff. So. It is what it is. I'm trying to see if there's any more drama. I don't see any more drama. Nocturnal. That's 22Z, my friend, I do have to say.
I mean, that's the point where I decided I'd had enough. Walked into the class with a, oh, hi, I didn't see you there.
Hello, hello. Yeah, we went
How you
over my
doing?
first ever storm chase on stream, and I turned into a Reed Timmer halfway through. I'm quite disappointed in myself.
Don't worry, I'm disappointed in you too. So you saw they bumped it to an enhanced.
Yep, indeed. We went over that. We went over the weather drama on stream for everyone who decided to come out.
Cool, cool.
You know, just like stuff like that in general. Talked about we talked about the risk, talked about the drama, and then we went over my first ever storm chase, and that was basically how we killed time. Now, of course, stuff will start to kick off in a bit, probably within the hour.
Oh, I'm back for about an hour.
For about an hour?
Yeah, my class was 1 to 2, and then my next one is 3 to 4. So I got this break from 2 to 3.
Well, you'll at least get a little bit of action afterwards too.
Oh, 4 is my last class, and after that I'm done.
Oh, so you
So
where's
no,
your
I'll be around
where's
for
your
tonight's events.
where's your classes relatively to your residence?
0 minutes away.
0. Oh, so it's all online?
Yeah,
Oh.
we're doing it on Zoom.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, then you'll be able to pop in every now and then as well. Probably get
No, well, it's on Zoom, and in the meantime, on my computer, I've got GR2 pulled up. I'm looking at KCAE.
KCAU. Which one is that? Nani?
KCAE is a radar.
What which radar?
I don't know. Oh, it's in South Carolina.
Oh, well, that's the reason. You might want to go to either Nashville or Memphis for now. That's for now, just for now.
What's wrong with I don't have time to.
Seems legit.
Nashville. Oh wait, no, there's the Norman builds. Never mind. I'm not supposed to show it on stream.
You
Have you know that I have entered the voice chat?
Yep, I did indeed. This
You let Glow back in?
No, this isn't Glow. This is Max.
Are you dumb?
I reiterate my previous statement. You let Glow back in?
No
I am
offense,
not
Glow. Jeez. Why do you have to say stuff like this, Daniel?
Kind of mean.
I hope he gets it.
We're trying not to create drama. Unlike a
Yeah.
certain
Not be
two
like
servers.
servers.
Yeah.
You see the issue with that? You see the issue with that is you aren't. I just don't care.
Well then, do it on text, not on vocal, please.
You're right.
I'm trying not to. There you go. You can turn into AJ and just start tweeting stuff.
Hockey boy Nate.
But yeah, it's quite interesting what we got going on here. I do want to actually take a look at the satellite. So, ooh, interesting. Possibly something popping off in northeastern Mississippi. Let's take a look at that. Nothing yet. I don't see any sort of precip action going there.
Okay, but what's going on in Salt Lake City?
Salt Lake City is turned into California when it comes to seismic activity.
There's a thunderstorm risk there.
Oh, is there really? They're kind of dealing with a bunch of stuff, aren't they? Yeah, there is a risk over there. Fun times. Very fun. I mean, who knew? Who honestly knew? And it's actually supposed to be there for the next 4 to 8 hours. It's quite interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. I don't know what's going on over here. But definitely the main risk, obviously, is where the enhanced is. So that's what we'll be covering all afternoon and all evening, possibly into the late evening hours. So stay tuned. Because we provide all the weather content, unlike some other YouTubers. Hot shots, fun. No, seriously though, I literally, I'm not joking when I say it. I do the dirty work. I make sure that I get everything. So if I have to stream relatively early, so that, say something pops off, and it's big and nobody else is getting it, guess who's getting it? Me. And if something doesn't happen, well, then it doesn't happen. But, I will, when stuff does pop off, guess who's there? Ha ha! Me. So, and when it comes to severe weather, I feel like my knowledge is vastly superior to most others. So, but that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Would not be wrong at all. That is a correct statement.
Coronavirus over here, like, I am inevitable.
That's about right, honestly.
Honestly, correct.
Which, by the way, staff, because you guys are technically a part of the YouTube staff, happy 246 subscribers.
Oh,
Very
We've
cool.
done it.
Thank me and 4 more when it's 250 and it's, halfway to 500. But,
Yeah, exactly. When it's relevant. I mean, the goal is to get up to 400 by the end of April, which I feel like actually is reasonable because, March is basically like the teaser part of the severe weather season. April's the real beginning of it, and so that's when the big outbreaks will happen, or at least the decent outbreaks. And so we'll be able to get any sort of action. And I feel like 400 is
It's realistic.
I feel like it'll be all right. Yep, a lot of people know a Glow. Glow, I honestly like the guy. Now, Daniel, he says that he doesn't, but I kind of like the guy. To me, in person, he's all right. That's in my opinion. He may not be for other people, but for me, he's all right. Not for much longer. Seems legit. All right, Daniel, listen here. We're not gonna ban anyone in our chat unless if they're being an actual nuisance.
No, we're not banning him. No, we're not banning him. I'm banning him from life.
You're gonna put him down.
Not for much longer.
You're gonna put him down. Oh God.
I diagnosed you with dead. I diagnosed you with dead.
The emoji makes it so much better.
Yeah, the emoji is just like.
I kind of wished David Schlotthauer really had just banned everyone in the server.
So that they all could come to my stream. Which, by the way,
they're already here.
Well, kind of. Usually he has like 30 people on at a time. Now, if we can get back to December status, to December and January status, where we had 50 people on live for the entire stream, that would be good. I think that would be swell, chat. I mean, those were the prime days of Hockey Boy and Nate. It just so happened that when there was really bad outbreaks in the South, I was there to stream it all, and we decided to bring in everyone. So that was fun. But it seems as if today the risks are back within those same places, even though, their main risk was for down here. But now it's just moved up a bit. Although there were a couple people who resided around Huntsville, so they'll probably be back, assuming that they will. So who knows? It'll be fun.
Cloud tops at 50,000 feet.
Probably not today. Or at least I don't think they would be today.
Livestormchasing.com/map. Let's see. Brad Arnold and Brett Adair. You know who I want to go chasing tonight. You know who I want out there chasing, don't you? Say his name, Nate. Say it.
The man.
Say it.
The myth.
Say it.
The legend.
The legend. The god.
The man who decides to drive into open fields. Yes, that is right, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen. Bob Pack.
Bob Pack.
Dude, he is a sight to see. And whenever he does stream chat, I do want to post his link in the description or the chat, because you guys, I will sacrifice my content just to witness this man. This man is a sight to behold. And if you don't believe me, just watch him for a bit whenever he storm chases. He's probably not storm chasing today, unless if he decided to say, hey, this risk yesterday was going to be a risk. Even though it was like a widespread 5% risk. Or it wasn't even widespread. It was like secluded.
He declined my Torad's invite.
But he respectfully declined, so he's got some sort of respect.
Yeah, no, I'm not like mad at him or anything. I just want to put that out there. I invited him. He said no.
Yeah.
You know what? He was nice about it, so really can't get mad at that.
Yeah, you really can't. Dude's having a whale of a time. The man, the myth, the legend. We could have the podcast set up and we would be interviewing him. Twist of Fate. Which, by the way, do you think that's a good name? Like Twist, but the Fate is F and 8. I think I've killed him.
I think that's the most retro 2006 thing I've ever heard.
Retro 2006 thing I've ever heard. It's not copyrighted by anyone, and no one has a podcast with the name of that yet. I've already tried Natecast, and Natecast didn't work. I've already tried N8Cast,
Why
and
is
that
it
hasn't
named
worked.
Natecast?
Because
why does it have to be named after you?
Well, because originally it was just going to be an OKGCN thing, but then...
Vainglorious child. No. Torres is planning their own podcast long before you.
Yeah, I agree. So now with the people...
We would do it better.
Well, yeah. That's the reason why I've now consulted the people who wanted to do the podcast in the N8YT.
Who was that again?
What do you mean, who was that?
I know it was AJ.
AJ, Ruff. Yeah. Me, you, Brendan, and AJ. Those were the main people who wanted to do the podcast.
Hey, Brendan and Ruff are the same person.
Yeah, that's why I changed Ruff to Brendan last second.
Nate's over here having a stroke.
I am having a stroke. I'm running on steroids right now from my flu. Side effects can include having a massive stroke to the point where you slur your words and you decide to die.
Mood.
Sounds like fun.
It honestly does. Wish I could be a part of that. Alright, well, I'm taking my hoodie off because now it's starting to get pretty hot in my room. The sun has decided to come out and my room is facing the sun, so cannot deal with that anymore.
Nate's stream just went 18 plus.
No more hoodie. I will say, chat. I will say, alright? All the, Daniel said that he wants a green screen, fine. But all of the stuff that I'm going to buy for the stream is either going to come out of my pocket, or for specific stuff, it's going to come out of the donations that you guys sent. So it's all contributing to the stream. But I'm not saying...
Donations?
Yeah. Do you not remember way back when I got donations? I don't get them now, but I used to.
Uh-huh.
Somebody donated me at max $58 in total. Just one guy. Some
So
other
we've
people,
seized 3 tons of.
donated
Sir, we've
me like bits and bobs every now and then. But I'm not joking. Like literally, I'll switch to my intermission screen. No, it's $56. I'm sorry, not 58. But if you look down right there, and you can also type in the chat, and like stuff in the chat will appear. But like, bits and bobs. People have actually donated me money, so I'm not joking about that. I don't know why. I'm surprised. Let's put it this way. Why do people donate to weather streamers? That's a real question.
Because you're trying your best.
Thank you for your services. I'm gonna give you money. Hehehe.
Well, as long as you're not a professional self-taught meteorologist.
That's true.
I mean, I wouldn't complain.
Although he still gets money, actually. He gets money from all sorts of people. Like he literally got the perk about having 1,000 subs is that you can become partnered and then you can get super chats while you're live. So he literally gets super chats so often to the point where it's just like, what in the hell? So stuff like that. Stuff like that happens.
Hey Nate, check your DMs.
DMs. Oh God. Oh God.
What's gonna be in there?
All right, listen here. Listen here. He's already got his own. He's already got his own little drama right now. I don't think we need to do any more damage to the man right now.
Now he's got more.
True, but I don't think we should do more damage than we already have. Which, by the way, you want to hear what ended up happening? Alrighty, well, they ended up allowing David to join Compound Weather because apparently he got banned yesterday from it. I don't know why he did, but he just ended up getting banned. He has a lower role than I do. He's a streaming partner, and I am a part of the Skywarn role, which is the highest non-staff role you can get. So that kind of tells you how self-taught David is. You'd think he would have a Skywarn role by now, but you know what?
Max is just on board with that.
Yeah, it's like an amazing idea.
Max is like, I fail to see the problem with the morality behind this.
Seems legit. So, yeah, as of right now, though, we've got our own little community. I am going to take a look at my YouTube studio real quick. See any sort of analytics. We've gained 21 subscribers in the last 28 days, chat. That is a plus. 2 seconds.
So, Max,
So,
now that we're alone,
Where's the bleach?
blind.
what do you need bleach for?
Both
Oh,
your
you know exactly what you
situation,
use it for.
both Daniel's situation and the one that I currently have now. All right.
Is my mouse not behind my desk? Thank you for not.
Boom. So now I've made it so that I ended the stream that crashed. It was apparently still live, but it was just like bugging out, so I ended that stream. And now I have the real stream going on. So very nice, very nice. Huh?
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. I fixed it.
Are you sure?
Positive. There's only one stream now.
You 100%. You
100.
100%.
I'll go back in my
You've never
YouTube
had
studio
any
to
doubt.
double check, but yes, I'm positive that they've all died. Yep, only one stream. I
You're
will.
sure everyone's dead.
No, not everyone is dead, but the stream is dead.
I have to admit, Nate, I'm disappointed.
What do you mean you're disappointed? I've done my darn best.
Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
No, I tell myself I need to go to sleep. To go to sleep at night. Ooh. Possible emergence of cells across Mississippi.
Wait, are we starting to get a fire up?
It looks like it. There's the possibility of some cells being popping off. Let's take a look at the visible satellite, chat. Look at this.
It's Corona time.
So, this is the total visible satellite. I'm going to go to the Cirrus ABI band. You can see as I pause this right here. Look at all this space right here, chat. The space right here is going to be a nice little leeway for daytime heating to do its thing and to boost that convective available potential energy into the significant values that we are expecting today. So, with that being said, there could be a chance of some cells emerging out in front of the line and producing some dangerous tornadoes. I'll say dangerous because I don't really know exactly what all they're going to do at this time. Let's take a look at them.
So you're guessing?
Right now I'm guessing.
Like a certain professional self-taught meteorologist that we know.
Well, all we can do right now is guess. I mean, I'm just taking a look at what we have right now, which is just satellite data.
Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
No, I don't. I don't sleep. I cry every night.
Oh, that's a mood. Never mind.
Anyways,
I think Chad is worried about you now.
Chat is definitely not worried. They haven't said a single thing in a while. As a matter of fact, I was the last thing to say something in chat. Never mind. A shark tornado watch out yet. Seems legit. No. There is not a tornado watch. There is also not a Sharknado watch out yet either. Could be. Storm Prediction Center is getting there. But still, vast majority of open space right here for latent heat to do its thing. Boom. Convective available potential energy from daytime heating.
Oh, Nate, by the way.
Yep.
Since you talked about IR cloud bands, you just unknowingly volunteered yourself to help teach me what IR bands are. Not now, because I don't have the time, but later.
Oh. Well, nice.
Yeah, Brendan isn't here. Patrick isn't here, and you seem to know what they are.
Well, Ruff's gonna be back a bit later, but yes, I do know what they are.
Did he say?
I told him that there was a good opportunity for stuff to pop off, and he said that he probably wouldn't be able to be out later in the evening, so there's a good chance that he was gonna come back for when all of this stuff does decide to pop off. But
All right. Well, if he doesn't get around to teaching me, then you're today's biggest loser.
Today's biggest loser seems legit.
Okay.
Get a thing of Smarties out. So yeah, that's basically what all is happening as of right now. They could issue a mesoscale discussion pretty soon, probably within the next 15 minutes.
Watch probability 90%.
And then the watch would probably be at 80.
Max.
What happened? I missed it.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, you did.
Do you want to see it?
Probably, yeah. Where's it in?
I would suggest not putting it on stream.
Or just DM it to me then.
Yeah.
I always keep Discord on a separate screen anyways. That was great. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest though, that movie was like top 10, one of my favorites of all time.
Why not top 11?
Because 11 and down, or up, I guess in this case.
Explain yourself, mate.
Well, top 10 is basically my favorite. 10 is like my 10th.
You will be banned from life.
You don't agree with me. You don't think the Holy Grail is not top 10.
Oh, no, I think it's like top 20. I think it's like a 20 out of 20.
So top 20 of your favorite movies. I'm going to assume a yes.
Shut up, mate. Shut up, mate.
Have you discussed with the admins on whether or not you should add the member count bot?
No, I haven't. I've been entirely too busy with looking at.
That's fine. That's fine.
They'd like to use them.
Because I feel like it could be useful for tour ads.
Yeah, my only reservation about it though is it added like 4 channels, and we're already pretty hefty on channels as it is.
Well, if you take a look at the YT, you can make it so that specific channels you can delete. So I've only got 2 set up right now. But we could have it so that it's only 1, it's a user count. And then stuff like that.
Daniel.
Honestly, that might be the most relatable thing you've ever said. Oh, 30 minutes till I have to go back to work, and I'm not looking forward to it.
It's already been 30 minutes.
No. Hey, if you listen closely, you can hear the exact moment where my soul died inside.
Interesting.
What do you know
How
about
time has flown. Time has legit flown all the way through. Let's take a look at the infrared. Yeah, there's a potential of thunderstorm development out there in Mississippi. Along this line down here, I'd say. Near Pittsburgh. But not as of right now.
Thought.
Stuff's not really popping off too much. It's gonna pop off in a bit. Let's put music back on, chat.
Did you check out that song that I told you to look at?
What song?
Hustler by Zayd Wolf.
Oh, you told Rough to do that. I think I've heard of that song though.
No, I told you to look it up too, and I asked Ruff if he had seen it when I sent it to him on Discord.
Hustler by Zayd Wolf. Let me.
You deaf parakeet.
I probably have heard of it because Zayd Wolf is pretty good.
He is. He is.
Rule the World is actually one of my favorites from him too, specifically because it mentions thunderstorms.
Nate hears thunderstorms and you're just like,
Immediate turn on. Hustler. What I will probably have to do is maybe
legally buy it and download it.
Well, I can't. I'm already assuming that it's copyrighted, so I can't really play it on stream.
Did you say 1 ton? Yes, sir. 8 grams.
Oh my god.
Uh, All right.
Straight vibe checks over here.
I'm gonna mute the mic real quick just to listen to this song, and then I will be back, chat. So give me 2 seconds.
Tom wants to change his name to the Nigster. Uh-oh. Introducing the new generation of AirPods.
Okay, that song wasn't that
Wait.
bad, honestly.
It was really good.
It's not that bad. I'd give it
What would you say?
7.5 out of 10 stars.
11 out of 10.
I mean, you already know my opinion on my favorite song from Zayd Wolf. No mesoscale discussions yet. Didn't we have a bot, Daniel? Yeah, what happened to
We
the
did.
what happened to that?
Ping Austin. Ping Austin. I asked him. I think he said it just doesn't work anymore. Hang on, I'll ping him again.
It works.
In fact, I'll call him out. I'll call him out in general.
Hmm.
You better fix it.
I can try and fix it. I can get a bot that does it.
Mm.
But
Oh yeah. Do you like your new chaser role, or are you just enjoying that?
I do. I do enjoy it. I'm quite happy that I have my stuff in yellow now.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite fun. I find it kind of funny that I'm above the students, even though haven't really gone into a college yet.
You start Penn State in the fall, right?
Yeah, I started in August.
Yeah.
So that'll change, but I find it funny now that I'm higher. Alright, they just updated the mesoscale discussion, so fun times. Let's take a look at Twitter. Just to see. Travis Benjamin is Wonder Woman 1984. Seems legit. Alright. NWS SPC. People. Alright, let's take a look at this. Risk for supercells capable of producing tornadoes by 5 to 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, including potential for an isolated strong tornado or two. Give me 2 seconds as I'm getting called by my mother.
I'm just waiting for the I'm just waiting for NWS to just snap and post. Just you're all gonna die. Have a good day.
What?
Yeah, I can hear what you're thinking. You need to stop thinking that.
What are you saying? What was that? What was I trying to say?
Was that Hitler?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, Hitler was kind of cute. I'm bored. Okay, I'm bored. I've got 20 minutes till my next class.
Have fun with that.
Is this just what college feels like? so, Max?
Yes.
Have you played Animal Crossing yet?
No, actually.
Neither is Nate. I'm disappointed in both of you.
I know. I'm disappointed in myself for that.
Inside. 19 minutes class.
Alrighty. Alrighty.
Hi, man.
Hello. I literally had to move the car, so that was really it.
I would say I missed you, but I really did.
Yeah, you probably didn't.
Max kept me company.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exclamation point, woof. Woof. Yes. Let's read exactly what all is going on about here. So, probability of watch issuance, 80%. Summary. The risk of severe thunderstorms is expected to increase during the next few hours by 5 to 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This probably will include potential for supercells capable of producing tornadoes, particularly near northeast of Tupelo, Mississippi, into areas near and northwest of Muscle Shoals, Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, and the Shelbyville, Tullahoma area of the southern middle Tennessee. So, with that being said, it's basically a summary without getting technical. Without being technical. If we want to get technical here, I can read it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to read it. Because, why not? So, as one weakening mid-level jet streak continues to propagate across the mid-south toward the southern Appalachians, the exit region of another... Ooh, so shear's decent at 500 millibars. So that's 70 knots or more at 500 millibars. Is forecast to dig east-southeast of the Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, through central Mississippi by 23... Okay, so that's 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So 6 to 7 Central. As this occurs, weak to modest mid-level height falls appear likely to overspread a destabilizing boundary layer along and south of a surface frontal zone now near just north of Memphis, Tennessee, which we can see that on radar. Yeah, so here's the front right here. And there's actually some bits and bobs developing out in front of it, too. I'm quite curious to see the echo tops real quick, not to be sidetracked, but I do want to see.
You are sidetracked, don't lie.
Yeah, we do. 10% risk of tornadoes today, Ethan. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
Ew, it's Ethan.
Ethan's
Hey, Ethan.
Ethan's a great guy. I knew Ethan before I knew you. As a matter of fact, he was the first ever weather enthusiast, I should say, that I ever met in my entire life, and I still talk to. Like we go 4 years back. So quite interesting. Seems legit. Yeah, echo tops aren't that tall, so not yet. Insulation and surface dew point increases through the lower mid-60s appear to be contributing to a mixed layer CAPE in excess of 1,000 joules per kilogram, with remaining inhibition becoming increasingly negligible in the presence of strong deep layer shear. The environment is becoming conducive to organized severe thunderstorm development, including discrete supercells.
Conductive or convective?
Conductive. So means not yet, but not. It's going to be fueling itself up. Model output suggests additional discrete storm development is possible along the lower level jet axis, extending southward across at least much of northern Mississippi. As a weak frontal wave redevelops eastward from parts of northern Arkansas into northern Middle Tennessee, the latest rapid refresh forecast soundings continue to suggest that low-level photographs will become most conducive to tornadic supercells near/northeast of Tupelo, Mississippi. In the Muscle Shoals and Huntsville, Tennessee vicinities, and areas near/west of Tullahoma, Tennessee, by 5 to 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This will include potential for an isolated strong tornado or two. So basically they're saying is that it's starting to pop off. And it'll it'll get worse as the day goes on. So, I actually didn't know that there was a Huntsville, Tennessee. I'm going to be completely honest. I knew there was a Huntsville, Alabama. So there's Tullahoma right there, where they were talking about. Don't precisely see a Huntsville, Tennessee, chat, but, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Lynchburg, Moore County. Oh, so that's just the actual name of the city. Interesting, chat. Absolutely love it. So yeah, there's the boundary right there. ARRR shows it could be somewhat linear. Yeah, I'm thinking that it could turn QLCS a bit later, but in the time frame of what it is right now, specifically 4 Central to 7 Central, that's when it could probably be a bit more scattered. And that's where the potential of supercells could arise.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I joined my meeting in the background, so I'll make sure that they didn't kick me off of Discord. And I will be heading out in about. But after that, I'm listening for the rest of the night.
Alright, sounds good.
Unless you want to do this course for me.
I mean, what is it about? He's not going to tell me what it's about, so I guess I'm not going to do it for him.
Social media.
Oh, well, that should be relatively easy, unless if you just have to sit through it.
Yeah, it's just one of those sit-through courses. We don't have to take our quiz just yet.
Well, that sucks.
Yes, I am the host. I'm claiming dominance over this session.
Well, while you're at it, you could probably, like, self-moderate chat, too. So, like, you could be a witness to the stream, see what my opinions are, but, like, not have the volume up. You could just, like, moderate chat.
God, you know what? You're right. Ethan, you're getting muted.
You can't...
You're getting muted.
You can't mute
Max,
other mods, by the way.
Andrew, you're getting muted. Weather by Tyler? Jesus.
Listen. Don't judge. We need more people.
Anyone with the name Tyler in the weather community has caused issues. Please be the different one.
It seems legit. Yeah, very good clearing. As I look through. Let's take a look at the satellite imagery again, chat. Because that's really all we can look at right now. We're going to take a look at the cirrus clouds, because this tells you the big overshooting tops. Look at that, chat. Look at how open this is. It's still going to be really nice convective available potential energy out in front of this cold front. I mean, it's just like, it's going to be pretty nice. Just want to take a look and see if there's any cells that could potentially pop off. Ooh. Back into Mississippi, there was the potential for some. Seems legit, Daniel. That deserves an exclamation point. Woof. Which, by the way, my other keyboard right now is kind of all sticky because, as I said, I spilled some lemonade on it, so I gotta put some hand sanitizer in some specific spots.
Hey, you can't be using hand sanitizer like that.
I can do whatever I want with it.
That's not very coronavirus of you.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Wow.
Well, anyways. Still relatively
Max
nice.
just kind of subtly coughing back there. Oh. Oh no. Oh Max, I'm so sorry.
Max
We
is
can
dead.
euthanize you. It's quick and it's painless, I promise. You won't feel a single thing.
This, yikes.
Big oof.
Also, Max, I can barely hear you.
Oh god, Max went live? What?
I literally just did, yes.
What are you doing?
I am the same thing as you, pretty much.
Oh. I kind of want to see.
You
Hey!
doing it.
Very nice. Now we got two perspectives. Alright, well, no offense, but I'm gonna leave your stream, but then whenever...
You have
When-
complete permission to do so.
I will say, though, Max, this is the reason why Ruff... By the way, Ruff recommended you, so you gotta thank Ruff, and I also am thanking him, too, because great counterpart. You're gonna, like, basically help me go through all the different cells and stuff, and you're gonna say, hey, this thing looks interesting, Nate, go take a look at it. And that's basically it.
Alright.
Wait, are you signing, like, tasks?
Well, right now, we're all just kind of, like, looking at cells. I cut out, so, that was fun. But anyways, we're all just gonna be looking at cells out in general. So, like, we're just gonna be scanning through, and then you guys are gonna give me your opinions on what all is going on when it comes to the different cells, so that if I need to take a look at it, then, boom. But anyways, welcome to the voice chat. Another moderator of the stream.
Who?
Please give a warm welcome to the man, the myth, the legend, the OG. Never mind, he left. I was gonna say the OG of the Unicorns of Billings, Ethan Welker. He's not in here anymore. He just left. But the point being was that he was here for a second.
Alivented.
He dipped. He straight up dipped. He said, "Oh, what is this? What is this like? Oh, never mind. I don't like it."
My color table is not changing, and I would very much appreciate it if it did.
F in the chat for Max.
Now that it's just you and me.
happened?
Max, fix your volume. I can barely hear you. You sound like you're a mile away.
I will do that.
Yeah, I did have to turn him up. Now I'm gonna have to turn him back down to 80%. I had him up at like 120.
I had him up to 200 and I still couldn't hear him.
I don't know what is going on.
So,
You saw a tornado watch? Let's take a look, shall we? SPC probably would have done that out. Nope, no tornado watch quite yet. There is a mesoscale discussion saying that there is the possibility for one. But that would be probably within the next hour. Maybe less than that, actually. So yeah. Yep, Ethan's back. He'll just probably be, like, moderating chat as well as, scanning through the different cells. So he's basically doing the same thing as what Max is doing. But he'll be relatively quiet for the stream, unless if he has something to say. So... So, stuff's still kind of churning across. It's getting relatively close, though, to the area where the 10% risk is. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and pull that convective outlook up again. And you can kind of see, right now they're getting into the 5% risk, the 5% tornado risk, and almost into the 10% risk. Almost. So right here is about the 10% risk. They're almost there. So, if there could be a discrete cell that pops out somewhere in front of the line, then that would spell bad news for whoever's in the path of that. But, you know, for the most part, just kind of doing its own little thing. Alright, well, in a couple of minutes, we're going to have to say goodbye to Daniel, so just so I don't have to do it 2 minutes from now. Nice seeing you, Daniel. Have fun with your,
Yep, farewell, yeah.
Have fun with your little seminar. Do come back, and please moderate chat.
Alright. So who's getting kicked first?
Chat seems legit. All you have to do is just, like, put chat on the side of your screen. I know you can probably do that. So it'd just be... What?! Why did you do this? Get him out of time. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out.
I can't take him out.
What have you done?
I can't take him out.
What have you done? Daniel!
Oh, no, you see Nate.
Daniel!
Yes.
Daniel!
Yes.
Why?
I can't undo it.
You can't undo it. Now you know.
I'm gonna do it again.
No! Don't stop. Daniel, I will remove your perms.
Damn, can I hide you from the channel? Oh, I can block you.
Yeah, you can block me. I can also take away your perms too, so quit it.
I would like to apologize to Christopher. I'll be on here until the meeting starts.
Is my mic working any better?
Kind of. It's close
Not
enough.
at all. No,
I have it literally directly in front of my face. Like,
Alright, well, very nice. We timed out one of our viewers. Let's hope he didn't notice. Let's hope he didn't notice. Let's hope he wasn't even on the stream. Let's actually hope he wasn't even on the stream. That would be best case scenario right there.
Never coming back.
No, I need more people, please.
I will start the stream. That's cool.
Yep, so I'll take a look at your stream every now and then. All you have to do is just mention storms, and then I'll take a look at your screen, and then see... Actually, you know what? Something like that. I'll take a look at your screen, and then I'll possibly move my, my position over. Something like that.
Yes, sir.
keep in mind, as staff, you guys do get a share of any sort of donations or income we get. So, fun.
Cool, a whole 5 cents so I can buy like one tiny slice of a fried Chick-fil-A.
The rules of donations are simple too. If you're on while the donation is occurring, or at least you were there for the most part, you do get a part of that donation. And then when it comes to just revenue and stuff, it's split equally. Although we don't have enough to make any money off of revenue, but assuming that we will do this, we will start making money off of revenue relatively soon. Then, yeah.
I'm not gonna stop demonetizing your streams.
Yeah, don't you want to make money, Daniel? We do need more subs, though. That's the main thing.
Nate.
I say we just go, like, raid other people's streams. It's just...
Alright, I'm on it. There's David.
I don't think he's streaming. I don't think he's even made a video for today. He made a really clickbaity video of last night's risk, saying that there could be tornadoes.
Did you see him like be like did you see him put the emojis in his thumbnail?
The what?
He's putting emojis in his video thumbnail.
Oh yeah, I see it. I mean, nah. David.
Well,
Not my preferred cup of tea when it comes to professionalism, but you know what? Meh.
doesn't
Wait,
really matter.
who said that? Was that Max?
No, that was me.
Yes. Well, I was also talking.
But yeah.
Yeah, well we can't hear you, so
I mean,
It is what it is.
it is.
what do you
Max, restart your computer.
Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum,
This has
ba-da-dum.
literally been a problem for like a month. So,
You need to get like some sort of
Well, you know
microphone.
what?
I do.
Just join on your
This is
phone.
like 2 years old. So, that could be a problem.
Lamau. So, Compound
Lamau.
Weather is doing a severe weather briefing about the event.
Tonight's event?
Yeah, tonight's event. I may pop in just for like 5 minutes just to give my piece. Because I still think
Go
I'm
ahead.
I still think I'm one of the best on there when it comes to severe weather, so
Do it
That's
in the
ma-
next hour and I'll be here when you get back.
yeah. Did you already start on your seminar, Daniel?
No, it hasn't. We're still waiting on the meetings. 5 minutes.
Oh, well, fun.
Yeah, like the second they start the seminar, I'm leaving. Am I on the right seminar? Watch, I'm on the completely wrong seminar. I'm on like the seminar of some woman in Kansas going over like how to make baked goods.
Seems legit.
That's my luck.
All right. Oh, it looks like they just updated the risk. Did they expand the risk? Okay, so there goes Daniel. All right, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna join the briefing. So, don't go anywhere.
I don't know when
Definitely.
should we watch. Yeah. They said an 80% chance, which is just like
probably, and I mean probably.
How
in an hour to an hour and a half. I'm just saying an hour to an hour and a half. Because it's supposed to pop when those have.
Alright, welcome to the Severe Weather Briefing, where we basically talk about what all is going to happen. LJ is obviously your host, but I'm going to give my piece on it because I'm kind of streaming. So.
Yeah.
You're kind of streaming.
Wow.
Kinda, just kind of.
That's a little.
And for the 5 people who are watching, you guys can continue. We did get up to 10, and we're probably going to get up to more than that once the stuff actually pops off. But that's not the point. The point here is that we are going to be talking about what all we can expect. So, with that being said, I'm assuming you all have seen the mesoscale discussion.
Yeah, I predict we might get a launch an hour to an hour and a half because it did say 5 to 7. Sometimes they do it earlier, sometimes.
Oh, for sure. I would say probably within the next 45 minutes, probably at 45 minutes from now, is when they would issue. Specifically because, actually, I should probably stream, well, Do you guys care if you go onto my YouTube channel just to see what I'm seeing for like a second? Or do you want me to just stream on Severe Weather Briefing?
Like I'm already there, it's fine.
Definitely,
okay.
I can get there.
Okay, so I can show you guys basically what I'm looking at.
The URL.
That's fine. Couple things that I take notice is that obviously I'm on College to Do page. I look at the satellite data for all the stuff that's going on. And one thing I do notice off the satellite as I look at the Cirrus ABI band, there is absolutely nothing covering the 10% risk right now, which means that daytime heating is going to do its thing. It's going to provide exponential numbers for the convective available potential energy, probably getting it up to right around where the model said 2,000 joules per kilogram. As well as the shear is going to be okay. I did see the one time on the models that there was the potential for it to get up to right around 40 knots at 3 kilometers up in the sky. I did see that, but there was also the chance of it being around 23 knots 1 kilometer up in the sky. So it's gonna be, it's okay shear. It could be better.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
Yeah, it's right. It could be better for a severe weather event.
But it's enough. It's definitely enough.
Yeah, for sure. And then, as most of my stream knows, for you guys that have known me for a while, you guys know I trust in the NAM more than anything. So, in the NAM, I trust. And I do see that helicity value up in the 360 ms squared range, which means that there is a good chance for some sort of strong rotating updrafts within the lower levels of the storm. There is no cap inversion, meaning that there would be, like, there's bits of areas where it could be capped, but it's not preventing any sort of explosiveness when it comes to the thunderstorms. As you can see down here, the CINH values, when it comes to the forecasting range, is 0, which means that should promote some sort of explosiveness when it comes to supercells. And same thing with the Cape. You can see down there too, the forecasting range is 2017, ironically. So
Also,
stuff right around there is
like,
good
another
enough.
Thing is, I think the 10% significant risk came out of the NAM, probably.
I would say so too. And another reason for that as well is that there's also the risk of some discrete supercells out in front of the line that could absolutely hog up all of the Cape and turn into its own discrete supercell, and have the possibility of producing strong and violent tornadoes along the way.
Yeah,
so,
like they take up all the Cape and they just breathe it.
Yep. That's basically it. As I look at the photographs, you can definitely see the characteristic of it having a tornado, or just a rotating signature. as it goes along, so you can see how the winds come out of the south and then go into winds out of the west. So one of those things where those parameters are in order. Other than that, really nothing too much other than that. Some bits and bobs that I do see is that the elevated tops are relatively low, below the 200 millibar range, which means that these will be relatively small top storms, like probably right around the 40 kilofeet range. So that's one thing to note. Another thing that I do note, with some other people talking about the cap inversion right around 3 km, I do see a bit of a dry spike there from quite possibly a possible dry line that will fuel a what's the word I'm looking for? Some sort of. The point being is the cap will no longer be there because of that dry spike. So, still,
70, 40,
yep. So still explosive storms could be possible. So the major things to go over when it comes to this briefing is decent shear, more on the weak side. Yep. So that makes sense.
Robust, very robust.
That was really
shear. I mean, you got 60 plus knots.
And
of
we
deep
do
layer
have
shear.
we do have a civil emergency message for the city of Fort Worth. Has declared a stay-at-home order.
Oh, for the coronavirus.
Due to COVID-19,
Yeah.
they had declared.
So
This is
major things to go over when it comes to this briefing is low tops when it comes to thunderstorms, decent cape. As a matter of fact, if there was some sort of discrete cell that goes out in front of the line, probably could be extremely dangerous, especially with the cape values being up in the 2,000 joules per kilogram range. The photographs are decent, could be better, could be worse, and the dew points are in the mid-60s, so that's okay for development. As for right now, as I said before, with a satellite, relatively open area for latent heating to happen. So stuff like that could, boost cape values even higher than 2,000 joules per kilogram, maybe in the 2,200 joules per kilogram range. But it's one of those things where we will have to see depending upon what all happens. Because I think that it will be more of a scattered threat before it becomes QLCS, more of a linear event. And if that does happen, then there is the threat of that 10% risk and the cells out in front that could possibly just suck up all the cape and become really dangerous cells, as the risk states for the Storm Prediction Center. But other than that, that's really pretty much it when it comes to my piece. If anyone else wants to add on some stuff, they can. But otherwise, that's really all I really have to say.
Pretty sure there's a flood warning in northern Alabama.
Yeah, there's flood warnings and flood watches already there.
Yeah.
SBC mode analysis shows about 1,100 surface-based cape moving into as well. RAP meta-analysis also shows about 60 to 70 knots of deep layer shear ahead of this, about 30 knots directional shear along the surface, if not greater. Effective SRH is about 400 to 500 there. They were capable of thermodynamic wind profile environment for supercellular convective mode initially, so I think that definitely a significant tornado threat is there, but it really depends on the precise timing. Watching these cells near Tupelo, Mississippi as well as Alabama. Also, looks like potential, like a little bit of initiation, but mainly I believe that highest corridor significant tornado threat instead is more situated in northern Alabama and northern Mississippi and portions of Tennessee. But I'm keeping my eye more northern Alabama.
Yeah, that's right around where I'm looking at too. And I'm specifically more the northwestern part of Alabama, specifically because I do see some sort of thunderstorm initiation on the northeastern part of Alabama. Which leads me to believe that there is still some values back near the Florence area that could potentially have higher cape values. But there are some thunderstorms that are beginning to initiate near the Huntsville and the Scottsboro area, more towards KHTX. So,
near like the Aaron Gunterville area.
Yeah, actually, I do want to take a look at the infrared satellite when it comes to potential storm initiation. for just widespread areas along here. And I do see that line starting to pop through out in front of the major cold front. So I would say definitely Southern Tennessee hasn't been touched yet, and the northwestern part of Alabama has not been touched yet. So those areas will probably be main areas to watch.
It looks like it's trying to rotate. Look at the Huntsville.
I wouldn't say fully. Once again, it's relatively new, so the echo tops aren't really too tall. As a matter of fact, they're up to 18,700 feet up in the sky. So I'd say it needs to go up a bit higher than that. It does have that typical tail cloud, or the tail on radar that you would typically see from developing thunderstorms. So something to definitely keep an eye out for. But as of right now, stuff out in northeastern Alabama isn't really too much to deal with.
I feel like some continued gradual intensification of this main line as well. It's a little bit more rooted along that boundary, become a little bit more surface-based as well. So that can also hold a tornado threat later on. But right now, I mean, have been initiating for probably about past hour near Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
The wind calls are very conducive. So about anything that gets up will get sick.
Yeah, for sure.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I mean, these valleys are still relatively nice.
If you look in the Huntsville area, there was a town called Normal.
Seems legit.
There.
So yeah,
calm down.
so yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna hop off. If you guys need anything from me, either DM me, PM me, or just hop onto my stream, something like that. Get my opinion on actual things. I'm a whole lot better at dissecting the actual supercell than forecasting it, but I feel like we've actually gotten the basic grasp of what all is happening when it comes to tonight's event. So, as I said, if you guys need anything, feel free to come out to the stream or ping me or DM me. And have a good one, guys.
All right, you too.
Yep.
You too.
All right, that was fun. So, yeah. If people weren't paying attention, that's basically all of what is happening. Actually gotten basic.
Yeah, we have a tornado watch now.
Yeah, we were all talking about that as soon as that came out. People were like, "Oh God, it's happening now." So let's go ahead and go over this tornado watch, shall we? Tornado watch 61. Yep. The chance for tornadoes is likely high. That's the thing that we haven't really seen in a while. There was a bit of a tornado watch before when we had in Texas and Arkansas, but that was a bit moderate, not on the high side. So the chances for that is high. The chances for EF2 or greater is moderate, and then you can definitely see how the main risk is definitely tornadoes because the wind and hail is in the moderate range, but the hatched risk is relatively low. So let's go ahead and read into what this tornado watch says. It is in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time, and the primary threats, obviously, as we discussed before, tornadoes with a couple intense, scattered damaging wind gusts likely up to 70 miles per hour, large hail events up to 1.5 inches in diameter. So definitely something that people over there need to be watching out over. The summary, scattered supercell development is expected in the next couple of hours from western Tennessee and northeastern Mississippi into northern Alabama and southern middle Tennessee. The storm environment will be favorable for tornadoes, including a strong tornado or two, in addition to damaging winds and large hail. Storms will spread eastward through late evening. The tornado watch is approximately along and 95 statute miles east and west of a line from 85 miles north of Huntsville, Alabama, to 55 miles south-southwest of Muscle Shoals, Alabama. And then it gets into stuff about how you can get into specifics and all of that. So definitely one of those things where, it's here and it's popping off. So people just basically need to get ready for it. Let's go ahead and self-promote ourselves further. So boom, we got that. Oh lord. Omega lol. Stream links are still a thing, so people could still come in. It's still relatively quiet. I'll have to turn you up. That's fine. I don't really mind doing so.
Yeah, that shouldn't be that much of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, as long as your mic doesn't, like, all of a sudden change and ear rape me, I'm fine.
Yeah, it doesn't do that.
So, one thing I do see, chat, that we did talk about before in the briefing when we were in the other server, is yes, there are some there's some development of some storms out on the northeastern side of Alabama into parts of southeastern Tennessee and northwestern Georgia. As for the chances of there being tornadic development, a little too early to tell as of right now. But if I were watching out for just specific supercells in general, I mean, these type of supercells would be it. Seems how they're already out in front of the actual line. But if there were some other cells to develop, I would watch anywhere just outside of the Huntsville area. Basically all that the second circle that I just circled. I do want to take a look at the...
Yeah, there's a camera in Huntsville, and you can see some development on it.
Yeah.
It was in the compound weather server.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that place is popped off.
True facts.
Let's take a look at the satellite data just to see what all more could be happening. So definitely you can see the some sort of development along the border of Tennessee and Alabama. There's also some sort of development out behind in the Mississippi region that actually I kind of want to look at now. This is more towards the Tupelo area. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's the issue with this. Oh, look at that cell. That cell is actually quite nice. When it comes to the tops, 25,000 feet up in the sky, so it's meh. It's out in front of the line, but whether or not that thing will pop off, I don't fully know as of right now. But still something that we do want to just watch out for. Let's see. I do want to take a look and see what my competition is like. Let's see. Is Direct Weather going to be streaming this? Upcoming extreme pattern. That's really clickbaitish. Very nice. 10 out of 10. Alright,
cool.
I'm going to already assume that he's not going to be streaming this, so it looks like I will be the main person streaming this event tonight, which is quite nice. How did my likes go from 6 to 4? This is quite depressing.
That is very sad.
My likes decreased. Quite sad, chat. Literally, I had what? That many, something like that. I also want to see, what is my highest liked video on my channel? I want to see. I'm curious. Quite curious. Alright, highest likes we've ever gotten on a Oh. It doesn't... Oh, okay, I can see. 1747. Good God. 47 might take the cake because the closest one after that is 36. Yep, that one might take the cake, chat. I think the highest liked video I've ever had was 47 likes. So we're getting there. That was back in December. Actually, no. This was in January the 10th, when we were supposed to have a decent severe outbreak. So, quite nice. But as for right now... Okay, my like count has went back up to 5. So that's close enough. Close enough. So yeah, right now, just basically trying to take a look at the Huntsville area. Because that's really what we're looking at. There might be some signs of relatively weak development, but once again, it's kind of hard to tell. It really is. So not really too much that we can do about this. So yeah, fun stuff like that.
Very fun.
Nothing too much to look at besides the satellite data. Kind of want to refresh this just to see what all we can do. Refreshing. Ooh, major thunderstorm initiation happening over there.
In what area exactly?
Southern Tennessee, more towards the Savannah area. Near the Bolivar and the Selmer.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, tops are now starting to get over the 30,000 feet area. I wonder if the QLCS will have anything to impact when it comes to the leftover cape and having possible spin-ups along the line. I guess we'll have to see with the thunderstorms out in front. Well, usually I would be using my 3D, model of the storms, but right now there really isn't anything happening. So it's just stuff is just trying to initiate, but at the same time, it's just not really. Not really. Okay, there we went through the tornado watch. Ooh, a live cam? I do want to see this. University of Alabama, Huntsville. This is the live cam taking a look at that thunderstorm.
Where'd you get it?
I got it off of the general in Torads.
Oh, alright.
Ooh. That looks quite nice. As I look around. Yeah, take a look at that, chat. Some nice little convective development happening right within there. Oh, crap. Stop. How do I make it stop rotating? Please.
I don't think you can.
This is unfortunate. Alright, well, there you go, chat. It actually looks quite nice, I will say. Stop rotating. No.
Nice. Very, very nice.
Oh, God. What's happening? Go back. Go back. I didn't ask for this. The shear is incredible. Check HTX. Storms already have the right shape. Yeah, technically they do. But the shear isn't, like, good right now, per se. Shear is getting there, though. And keep in mind, he is... Wait, is he in Huntsville right now, or is he in Chattanooga? Yeah, he's in Chattanooga right now. Alright, let's take a look. As I try and figure out how to stop it. Yeah, I mean, just really nice thunderstorm that's happening over there. I mean, that speaks for itself, honestly. I don't really see any, like, major structure to it yet, as it just updates. Where is this in relative to Huntsville? Oh, so this is off to its north. Okay, so we're looking at the back end of the storm.
Yep.
So, I mean, you can definitely some sort of small updraft a little bit in it. But other than that, nothing really too much. When it comes to a lowering, I do not see any as of right now. Storms would probably have to build up a bit more. When it comes to the tops. I don't see any other cells either. And chat, take a look at how open the sky is. Daytime heating is doing its thing. So the cape out there is absolutely ripe. Like, ripe for development. What's going on? Nothing much right now. Tornado watch did get issued about 15 minutes ago. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. Probably 20 minutes now that I think about it. But, we're just taking a look at that storm initiation across parts of Alabama, Southern Tennessee, and Mississippi. So this is the one cell that's outside of Huntsville right now. This would be this cell right here. And it's heading right over normal. The storm's not near Tupelo. Could be worth watching soon. Yeah, I heard that one actually is not a bad idea. I'm going to take a look at it anyways, because it's differentiating from content just to see more stuff. Content.
That is looking pretty good.
Yeah, tops are actually about to breach 30,000 feet on one side of the storm. The other is above 31,000 feet. There's the potential for the cell near Verona and Shannon to actually get some sort of tornadic activity due to it being out and away from the cell to the north of it near Mantichee. Because the cell near Mantichee will probably get enveloped with all of its outflow. The one down near Shannon will probably get some sort of rotation. Actually, chat, you guys can kind of see a little bit. Where's the yeah, there's the radar right there. You can kind of see this linear rotation form. So you have the greens moving towards, the reds moving away, and right in the middle is where the rotation could possibly be. Right now, not too strong to say, but this back here, because it has all of this space out in front of it to absolutely eat up all of the cape, could possibly get some sort of rotation forming within the actual cell. The one out near Mantichee, there is the possibility for that too, but as of right now, it's kind of just eating up its own energy, and it's kind of eating on its... It's also kind of feeding on its outflow. So there's already rain-cooled air out in front of it. There could be the possibility of some rotation right in here, but it's got all of this precip around it. So it'll probably cool down all of the air around it. So as of right now, I'd say the main threat would be this Plantersville cell near Shannon. That's probably the main threat right now when it comes to just, you know, what's the probably the scariest on radar. But otherwise, nothing really too much there on that aspect. We seem to have another visitor slash partner here. Please welcome the guy who's typically on for every other stream, AJ. So
Yeah, what's up?
Nice to see you back. Did you just wake up?
Coincidentally, I just woke up. What time is it?
It's 3:37.
Oh.
Don't worry, stuff is just popping off now.
That's good to hear.
Let's put it this way. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 37 minutes.
That is exactly how long it's been since I first woke up. And I was like, you know what, I'm in 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. And then I look at the clock, it's an hour later.
As
Okay,
of
just 5
right
more
now,
minutes.
there's only one area of rotation, but it's relatively weak. Nothing has really popped off quite yet. They're all still trying to climb and gain more energy around it, but
I
still.
thought today was a market.
Nope, today's an enhanced. We have a 10% chance for tornadoes.
What? I actually made an Outlook last night. I forgot to put it on Discord, and I don't have a computer.
Any tornado warned storms today? Yes, I will guarantee that there will be a tornado warned storm today. Don't know where, but there will be.
I think we'll have one tornado today. It feels like that kind of day.
Well, it is a hatched risk.
Or no. I think today's gonna be one of those days where we have one storm that just really gets going.
You know what? That's what
doing
I
my
was
quick
talking
code
about
check.
earlier, actually. I was talking
We
about
just
that.
have one storm that starts going off. That's what we need.
Yeah, I was
So-
talking about that earlier and how there is the possibility of how there could be this one cell that just sucks up all the cape and just decides to kill off the entire risk. But then again, that would be your EF2 risk. And I also want to mention too is that whenever we see 10% risks, we immediately assume that it's going to be a giant tornado outbreak. It really isn't. It's just like 10%
I was in the
chance.
10%, and all I got was one cold funnel. So,
I mean, it's one of those things where we
I
can't
think
really
we should just
overestimate.
yeah, because people forget a 10% is only the third level.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's easier to think about them as levels of risk instead of percentages. Because the percentages are kind of arbitrary.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it could be better, it could be worse. It's like right in the
Who
middle.
did the
or
outlook
something
for
like
today? Was today Royals outlook?
I'm sorry, what?
Who was the forecaster on today's outlook? I assume it was Broyles.
2 seconds. Thompson and Moore.
So maybe it's more than an enhanced risk. So,
It could
who knows?
possibly. I mean, if you take a
We
look
need
at the
Broyles on the
profiles
forecast,
on
that's-
there, then you could. Jay Bauer, thank you for the subscription. I really do appreciate it. Add you to my subscriber collection.
Is that the Jake Bauer?
I don't know. But
The Jake Bauer. Hey, sup, dude?
point being is thank you for the subscription. I do appreciate it. So yeah, as of right now, it is Reed Timmer's out and he's chasing. Where is he chasing out of? Yeah, we're getting back up to our former glory, chat. We used to have 50 viewers, and now we're at 10.
Hey, check your DMs, Nate. It's not the same guy.
Oh well.
Ooh.
That's funny. Try not to mention it then.
I'll attempt not to. I don't know. There's another bit.
But as of right now, there really isn't that much to look at besides maybe the storm near Shannon. As I said, it has a bit of linear rotation. Still climbing, not really too high on the echo tops yet. The storm out in front of it, though, is at 31,300 feet, so that's still relatively nice. So it's one of those things.
So,
oh,
no warning.
you're Joe.
What's the preferred radar
It's,
site?
it's not. It's not.
KLHX?
It's not the Jake Bauer you were thinking of.
No, not the one I'm thinking of.
It's
I actually
not.
know a couple Jake Bauers. It's a pretty common combination. Jake Bauer, it just kind of rolls off the tongue. It's a good name.
Very good.
No, I remember you, Joe. I remember you, Joe Culture. So, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. We're getting up there, chat. We're getting up there. Is there a weak rotation within that cell? Yes, I would say there is. There's also a weak rotation for the other cell with 31,000 feet up in the sky. But that one's not.
I'm wondering, are all these like thunder showers gonna kill off the cape?
The ones out in front, possibly. Now the ones down in Mississippi, not really, because that's not where that was already forecasted. So this, if you take a look at the satellite imagery off of College DuPage, I'll go on the Cirrus for the people who are watching. It's relatively open, an open area for latent heating to do its thing. So daytime heating is literally going to be the thing that makes or breaks it. And I think
that's gonna be today's driver, isn't it?
Huh?
So there's no low-level jet. We're too far east, right? So we're gonna lose everything after dark, I assume.
Oh, well, the lower level jet actually weakens as the night goes on.
So you're thinking that we're not gonna have? You think it's gonna be a pretty daytime event, not much nocturnal?
It's gonna be daytime, but then it's gonna like sawed off a bit into the evening. So like probably more towards the later hours. Like probably
that is
around.
The worst usage of sawed off I've ever heard.
I mean, close enough.
Close enough.
So, I mean that's my prediction when it comes to how it's all gonna work.
See, I'm just hoping that we've had a lot of busts this year already. I mean,
I wouldn't really call them busts because once again, it's a 10% risk. We're automatically
10%
assuming.
can bust.
Well, yeah, but like we're automatically assuming
it's going to be a tornado.
Yeah, and there
Or
was
two.
a tornado. In
Not
like,
last time, the one that I was in the 10%. There was no tornadoes in Nebraska or Iowa.
Okay, up there, yes, that was a bust. The one down south in Arkansas was not.
Down south in Arkansas was almost a bust.
Almost.
That one storm in Del Rio, though. Oh.
Del Rio.
Yes, the eagle wing looking one.
Oh yeah. How could I forget?
How
The
can you
storm
forget,
that
man?
literally gave me a wet dream.
Also, Nate, I'll leave you to find out if I'm telling the truth about that comment I posted in the DM.
2 truths, 1 lie.
No, wait, there's only 2 posts there.
I mean, I feel like it could possibly happen, so probably.
Could have happened, yeah. You can't put that past me. You really can't.
Alright, well, for all of the staff of my YouTube channel, happy 247 subs.
Yeah. When we hit 250, I'm gonna shotgun like 4 cold ones.
Seems legit.
simultaneously. I don't have any actual beer, but this root beer will do. They were out of beer at the store. Like, they were out.
It's close enough.
It's close enough. We don't have any alcohol. Oh, never mind. We do.
Just grab the bleach.
That is very bitter.
Just grab the bleach. True facts.
Bleach? I'm not drinking bleach. That is a very, very bitter wine. Huh. Yeah,
It's just me as the storm in Mississippi starting to rotate. Yep. I would say that we've got 2 areas of rotation. One that just formed near the Manatee area, And then the one near Plantersville is the one that I've been looking at for a while, and that thing is starting to rotate around. So good eyes, Ethan. It does have the characteristics of a hook now that we look at it. I'll go ahead and change my pen to a black. You can definitely see, definitely a larger hook that I drew, but it's on a smaller scale.
Blacked?
It does look a bit nicer. So, very interesting, very interesting. Correlation coefficient, ooh, KDP looks nice. Welcome to the bleach zone, yeah, seems legit. Yeah, I mean, it definitely has its own little characteristic of a hook. But it's not, once again, as I said before, it's still got to climb up a bit. It's just barely above 26,000 feet with this storm. And then the one out in front actually has went down a little bit when it comes to the echo tops. So the one near Fairview to Mantichee might actually die out and provide a bit more energy for the one that was near Shannon. So there could be a possibility that this thing could be the storm that they were all talking about. Let's take a look at
quite a bit of lightning with the storms near Jackson right now. I wonder if those are going to be developing into actual storms soon, because they've had an increase in the amount of lightning. So just north of Memphis, kind of up by Henderson. Bolivia.
Yeah, I saw that earlier too. Unfortunately, it's kind of in a mini dead zone, so I can't really see too much about what all is happening. I can only just take a look at the satellite. But there was some thunderstorm initiation when it comes to that line. Relatively within the last hour, I'd say.
I'm just wondering what if we're stuck here waiting all night and then there's no storms. It's all this, just a mess.
I mean, good possibility, but at the same time, willing to take that risk.
Ugh.
We can't be living on what ifs. We have to be living on now. True facts.
Well, the now is currently quite boring.
It's
not much happening.
You think the now has been quite boring? I've been streaming for almost 3 hours.
You don't see this kind of dedication from David.
Seems legit. Seems legit.
How do you say
Which
his
by the
last
way, I will tell you, he got into some drama this morning, and I'll tell you this after stream because I've already discussed it with my stream before.
No. I need to hear this right now. Can we get the drama alert theme first, though?
We already did. I already had the drama alert.
I need to
theme.
hear this. Just a recap for people who weren't here earlier.
Okay. For people who don't know, he basically was gonna ban people from On Weather Authority who went to the server called Compound Weather. And he got banned from Compound Weather yesterday, and the server literally just got created yesterday, so he was pretty pissed, and now he's not pissed anymore, because now they allowed him to join Compound Weather. And he actually has a lower role than I do. He's a streaming partner and not a Skywarn.
Ooh. You know what? I do think I need to, once I'm done making the video on Denise, Austin, I think I may have to target David Schlotthauer next, because I smell bullshit.
Yep, you know all the crap. Yeah, everyone knows all the crap at this point. It's spread like wildfire.
But here's the thing, I almost feel like Denise is actually harmful because people somehow respect what he says.
Oh yeah.
And he's kind of got a little cult around him who think he's a really smart climatologist.
Oh yeah,
but, David Schlotthauer is kind of harmless compared to Dennis.
Dennis is, let's put it this way. This is very rash, but he's basically a parasite when it comes to weather.
He really is. And the video is almost, I have the script written. I'm going to record it tonight after I put some conditioner in my hair so I look nice.
David is allowed in, but one chance. If he screws up, he's done. Seems legit. Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why he got banned yesterday? I'm still trying to figure that out.
Because let's just say I knew him back when I was in a bunch of when I was like 12, actually no, like more like 9 through 15. I was in a bunch of Roblox Discord servers.
Yeah.
Let's just say I know him from there.
What, David?
He is a real fucking nutter, I'll tell you that.
David or Denise?
David.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Denise is probably literally too young to have a Roblox account. I think he's
That's
like
true.
8 or something.
I thought he was.
Like 8.
I thought he was 14, or at least that's what it said on the application.
Yeah, no. He told me that he was 23.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not right. I mean, if you need.
But then he also told me he was 24.
Yeah, if you need anything when it comes to that, I can provide you some more stuff. I literally. Have...
I think I got all I need because let's see. He told me not to call him Bud, so I called him Bud, and then he blocked me. So. Yeah, it's a very nice interaction being done.
Tom, he also bullied me on his Discord server too.
Yeah, he's talking mad tea over there. I joined on and on. He's talking trash.
I say we report his account to Discord for bullying.
Reported for bullying. Yeah, as we go on a public live stream and shame this man, we're gonna report him for bullying.
Yep.
That's a great idea. But no, this video is gonna be great. I don't think he's actually from Portugal, and I'll tell you why. His profile pic is Brock Lesnar, an American wrestler, with the Canadian flag behind him.
Yep.
What? Brock Lesnar with the Canadian flag. That's wrong on so many levels.
I'm not from Kentucky. By the way, Christopher. If there's some people in chat who's from Kentucky, maybe. So Yeet didn't like him? Oh, because he takes advantage of Yeet's ability to create Discord servers. That makes sense. And then it's the same with KY. I mean, yeah. I can see that. He's a bit manipulative, I will say.
Who is?
David.
David?
Yeah.
Oh, Schlotthauer, okay. For a second, I thought you said Daniel, and I was like, a bit.
A bit seems legit.
A bit? No,
hopefully he's not moderating chat right now.
I know he is. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't say it behind his back.
He's actually in a seminar right now for his job or something like that. So.
Oh, really? I thought he would be in chat. Oh.
Well, he's moderating chat, but he has to listen to a seminar right now. So.
Seminars fucking suck. I hate seminars.
Yeah, this is an online one.
Oh, so it's a webinar.
Really
That's not
moderating.
so bad.
I figured. I mean, there was stuff last night that I was watching, and it was kind of interesting. But yeah, he's pretty good at it. I live all the way over here in the Here, let's put it this way. I live over here somewhere. Won't tell you where, but I live over there somewhere.
He lives in like the Northeast, but he lives in like 4 states at once.
I live in the Mid-Atlantic. That's basically it.
Excuse me, everywhere east of Ohio is the Northeast.
You overthrew David's previous server? Seems legit. And then you tried to overthrow Weather Authority? Well, I mean, it's one of those things where you have to be as manipulative as he is in order to get the actual role, but that's not the point. Speaking of, oh, never mind, he left. Daniel was in the chat for a little bit.
If you want me to make his life very hard, as in David's life, or Denise's life, I used to own a cult, let's just say that, so I'm pretty good at getting people on my side. That's not a joke. I literally used to own a cult.
Telling this in front of Daniel's face.
Welcome to City 17. It's safer here.
Oh god, no.
Seems legit.
Did you miss
You hear they came out with Half-Life 2.9?
Yeah, I heard. Do you hear that it changed the ending of Half-Life 2?
What?
Yep.
And it's in VR, so I can't play it because I'm a poor boy.
And it's completely changed the Half-Life timeline now.
Half-Life had a timeline?